into now where I'm actually going with this game, where my money is going to go for these players for the side. Now, I'm cautious on the side. We know the Kansas City Chiefs all year have been able to just pull out these wins. It seems out of nowhere, and we've seen how many Super Bowls where they get these comeback wins. Now, the Eagles haven't been notoriously strong in the first half, so the last time they met in the Super Bowl, they were able to come out strong in the first half, and Kansas City worked their way back. Kansas City seems to do that. They did that versus the 49ers as well. So if we see the Eagles go out first and we're getting the Kansas City Chiefs plus 6.5, I'm jumping. But what I'm really hoping for is here we see Kansas City go up and then I can jump back in on the Eagles. I don't love to tease games before they kick off. I kind of like to look for the other team to score and then come back in on the opponent. So I'm looking at the Eagles if they go down by that touchdown plus the 5.5. I do think this is going to come down to a field goal style of game if the Kansas City Chiefs win. Now, could the Eagles come out and win this by a touchdown? They absolutely could. So I think if you have a lot of faith in the Eagles, you just lay the 6.5. No, I'd lay the 5.5 in case we get pushed to OT. That's a scary thing. But Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes in OT, it feels like the writing would be on the wall if that is the case. What I'm going to look at, I love the Eagles team total over 24.5 points. I do think they will be able to work this defense here. Chris Jones, though, is going to be putting that pressure on Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts so strong out there with his legs and his arm. I'm looking at Saquon Barkley's longest rush over 24.5, 2+ touchdowns for Saquon Barkley at plus 260. But I also think Jalen Hurts for his rushing yards to the over. You've got to look at that as well as his longest rush for 2+ touchdowns for Hurts at plus 550. I think between Barkley and Hurts, one of them does get it out there. And when we look here, overtime plus 1,200, definitely worth a sprinkle. This is going to be such a battle. Travis Kelce and Noah Gray, those tight ends are going to get the work. Noah Gray over 11.5 receiving yards, such a nicer number than Travis Kelce. Kelce with a touchdown at plus 125 and his longest reception over 19.5. I definitely think it's the way you want to go. When you look at Xavier Worthy out there, I do think the touchdown could come into play at plus 155 and his rushing and receiving. I know the majority of those yards will come through the air from Patrick Mahomes, but I do think he could be utilized in that run game as well. So rushing and receiving over 62.5. You guys, it's going to be a great day. Patrick Mahomes' longest rush, 13.5. It is coming. Jalen Hurts' longest rush, I'm drawing a blank on it right now. I believe it's only 11.5 for his longest rush. So sign me up all day long. Both of these quarterbacks, like they did in that last Super Bowl, Hurts had way better numbers and the Chiefs were able to get the win. So I'm looking for both of these quarterbacks to really come out strong themselves. You guys enjoy this big game. There's a ton of other things that I'm going to be coming at you with all day on my socials. So stay tuned to X. You guys enjoy the Super Bowl. Cheers.